I support Bilzerian because he is strongly against forever war and foreign influence.
Now, this is the guy you're running against. This is
yeah, that beauty of a man. There he is.
He's the guy. He's definitely not doing one meal a day. So now you called him a fat Jew. Now you can see he is fat and he is a Jew, and
Correct.
So,
well, they like to put themselves in a victim category. And that's really the main issue here. Not only are they the most privileged class in the world, but they've somehow managed to back themselves into a victim category. So they are beyond reproach. If you criticize them, they have this special word, anti-Semitism, gives people pause. It's like, oh man, that sounds really bad, anti-Semitism.
So here's Randy Fine, and he's only been in Congress a short time. And he's already taken over $1 million from AIPAC, which is just one of the funding ways that the Zionist lobby influences and funds of politicians in the United States. That's just one. What made you decide to do this?
Well, I traditionally wasn't a super political guy. I never had any intentions on, being in Congress or anything like that. I think at the start of this, if you want to call it a war, I call it a genocide, that Israel started perpetuating upon these Palestinians, I think it forced people to kind of start confronting this issue because there's just so much unequivocal data, all these, images, you've got photos, videos of, everything from killing aid workers to double tapping hospitals, which means you basically hit the hospital, then you wait for, the journalists and the family and whatever to come over there and try and save people from the rubble, and then you hit them again. You've got paramedics that are driving down the street with their lights, flashing and whatever, and they're just being gunned down by Israelis. They denied that, and then they later found the footage in the shallow graves that they put these paramedics in. And then you see the children being shot in the head. You've got the soup kitchen workers that were registered with the Israeli military that were obviously targeted because they hit two cars miles apart that were registered with the IDF as being soup kitchen workers. And then you see in the group chats, the Israelis, laughing about this and whatever. And it's so much that you can't argue, that this is a war. This is clearly a genocide. And I think the biggest piece of it was that we're funding it and that we're supporting it. And that is, I think, what opened a lot of people's eyes. And then you start kind of like zooming out and you look at how much of our national debt is because of our support of Israel when you compound the interest, because every dollar that we gave them wasn't just extra money we had lying around. We borrowed every single dollar that we've ever given Israel and given Egypt on behalf of Israel. And so you have to do the compounding interest. Then you look at the wars that we fought. Netanyahu came and he testified in front of Congress that they had weapons of mass destruction. And so we fought the Iraq war on a false, premise for them, really. They're the ones that wanted that regime toppled. That cost us, by the most conservative estimates, $8 trillion. So if you look at the compounding interest that you would have to add to that as well, we're at over $20 trillion, which is more than half of our national debt just because of our support of a country that's never done anything for us. They've sold our secrets. They've attacked us. I could go on, but I look at that and I'm like, man, this system is broken. Then you've got the Epstein files that they're refusing to release. 4 months after they were, according to Congress, legally obligated to release these files, they still have not done so. And then the Iran war was the last straw for me. That was just such a ridiculous thing for us to get involved in when we had all the different advisors told us that they were not a credible threat. They didn't have nuclear missiles. They didn't have ICBMs. It was just, anyways, I could go on, but the reason I'm getting involved is because I feel like everybody's frustrated and nobody's doing anything about it. And because I have a big following, I feel like I have an obligation to kind of step forward and do this, because if I don't, nobody else will.